Podcasting to the world. It's the CK Mornings In Case You Missed It podcast with Chris, Alana, and Matt. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. From our mouths to your ears, here's what you missed.
The AARP released an email. That's the American Association of Retired Persons.
Okay.
Sent out an email, and the email was to their membership with 19 things you didn't know your smartphone could do. 19 things you didn't know.
Okay, I feel like I'm not going to know any of them.
You know all of these.
Okay, good.
Okay, so this will make you feel like you're in the know.
Youthful? Okay.
Yeah, like I picked out a couple of them because some of them are basic, but like a flashlight.
Oh,
and
yeah.
seniors are blown away that there's flashlights on your phone.
I guess, imagine not knowing it has a flashlight all these years.
I did it once in front of my mom. Her head exploded. What's that? Your phone's on fire! Like, she couldn't get it. She couldn't understand it.
Oh, it's the best. Did you know you can adjust the brightness of the flashlight?
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing at a time, Alana. Don't confuse them. There's a flashlight.
That'll make their head explode.
Exactly. You can get your weather off your smartphone. Okay? See, I told you would know these. There is a calculator on your smartphone. There are directions available from your smartphone. And, like, that's not even introducing Waze and those other apps. Like, that's just the basic directions, right? There is a timer available on your smartphone.
Wow.
Mind blown. A camera, but not only a camera, a video camera.
Wow, moving pictures.
What? This is the one I thought this would confuse them. Is the QR code reader.
Oh, that one's always confusing. Yep. Would you ever see someone in a restaurant, the waiter try to explain it to someone?
It's like me. I every time I go to use it, it never works for me.
I don't like it. Everything's QR code now.
Yeah,
Do
stop
normal
that.
things.
But those are the ones I picked out. The rest are all kind of basic. Like you can use your phone to measure things. Did you know you can do that?
I think so. I don't never use that feature.
You can use it to measure things. You can use it to like level things. You can translate foreign languages. There's also an app that you can get. You can listen to the radio.
Yes.
On your phone. Mind blowing.
You can use it to make phone calls.
What? If you're my mom, no, you can't.
No.
Oh, I've told you how she uses it.
Does she use any of the apps or anything?
Oh, Facebook. She knows how to use that.
Of course.
But like anything else, like the fact that she's got a smartphone is a big step for her. But like she never turns it on. It's never on unless she wants to make a phone call.
I like that system though.
But if she calls me and if I don't pick up and she leaves a message, I can't call her back because her phone's now off.
She just not get the concept of open line of communication.
No, she's like, well, why would I turn it on? I'm like, well, because you called me and said to call you back. That's how I reach you. Well, I wasn't using it. And I'm like, you leave it on then. Like, it's how this works.
Oh, she turns it off when she's not using it. That's cute.
But when she turns it back on, sometimes she'll get my text from like a week ago because I don't use the phone on a daily basis.
Oh, then she's probably all out of whack.
Yeah, what do you mean you're coming for dinner? I'm like, no, I've already been for
It
dinner.
was a week ago, Ma.
Oh, I don't get it. I have to apologize. I'm a little saucy. I came back from vacation, and I was like, I'm going to be in a good mood.
You got edge to you today?
I've been saucy since about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And it's because I can't have nothing nice.
You can't have nice things?
Nah, I can't. I can never just get ahead. Like, my life is always like the median. It's just always right down the middle. It can't get too high, can't get too low. So I treated myself. I had found a, do you know what a Blackstone is? The flat top grills. Matt, you would know, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So there was a flat stone grill. I have one now, a full-size one. That's my barbecue. That's what I use all the time. But there was one on sale over the weekend, like one of these smaller ones, like a camping edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it was on sale. It was a great price. And I was like, man, I should get that. I could use it at the cottage, tailgating, a bunch of different things. At that price, I'm like, that's a good deal. I should buy one. I called the hardware store. They had one left.
Ooh.
I go in, I buy it. The gentleman there, I'll give him a shout out. His name's Carl. Great dude. He helps me out. He gives me half price off a couple spices. Like, he was just a great sales guy.
Wow.
Like, wow, he carried it out to the car for me. I'm feeling all like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Great deal. Got
Yeah.
a new item. Yeah.
Chris is like getting ahead in the game.
Look at you go.
Yeah, everything was good. So I get home and I'm like, you know what I got to do? You got to season it like a cast iron. You got to season this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the propane tank. I hook it up. I'm seasoning it. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use it to cook tonight. I'm going to watch TV on my patio, and I'm just going to chill and get ready to go back to work.
Okay, you were so excited for your night, right? You were just so, you couldn't wait.
Yeah. Sitting on the patio, shoes off, things are great. I've got my TV out there. Like, that was a treat I had bought myself a couple years back. It's like on a stand. I can watch it.
One of those moments where you're like, life's okay. Life's all right.
Yeah. I run in the house for a quick second, and then I hear crash. I was like, what the? I run outside. I look at the grill. Still good. The TV
No way.
fell over.
You're
Chris.
kidding.
It's bent. It's got a bend in it.
My goodness.
And I'm like, no! And it's still playing the Jays game.
Oh no.
Jays are now 4-0, but it's still playing. There's nothing on the screen. It's cracked.
Oh no.
Oh, that's really sad.
So it's in the back of my truck right now. I got to pitch it in the garbage. It's done.
Oh, your outdoor TV.
I know. I'm so depressed.
That's sad because I know you mentioned you're sad about the end of summer, and I feel like that's just that's the official end of sitting outside and watching TV this summer.
You don't know how many times, like, during the week, even during the week, we'll like bring it out. We'll sit and watch TV, have supper on the patio, and just enjoy like being outside and having like the Jays game on in the background or something. Gone. My life can never get too high, never gets too low, and I was just, for the rest of the day, what did you want for supper? I don't care.
Oh yeah.
That's frustrating.
Do you want to use your new grill? Nope.
No, you're
Yeah.
supposed to watch it with TV.
Exactly.
Now you need a grill for. You
Yeah.
don't have an outdoor TV.
Yeah. So upset. I am
Even the
so
TV
upset.
was like, hey, summer's over. I'm over too.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like the TV jumped off the roof.
he was very upset.
Yeah. I am so angry. And like nothing makes me happy right now. Like you've said a couple things. Oh, welcome back this morning. I'm like, yeah.
I didn't know that's what you're dealing with. That's very frustrating, Chris.
Yeah.
Just, when you just like, oh hey, I bought myself a treat. I had saved up a couple bucks.
When
I'm
you
like,
have a little night
Yeah.
planned
Yeah.
and it doesn't go as planned, it is very hard.
I got ahead. I was ahead there for about half an hour.
I just picture you driving home with your little spices. It's so
Oh, I was
excited.
so excited. And I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the TV out. Maybe I'll have a beer. I'll cook a little something. I'll just sit back.
Doing free spices. Ooh.
And I'm like mentally in my head going, okay, let's get like back to work. Let's just enjoy the last couple hours and go back to work tomorrow. And then, no! Not going to work overtime to buy another TV.
That's brutal.
Yeah. I've never seen a TV bend like this.
That's just fascinating. That
Looks like a skateboard.
it's like it warped.
Like, how did that even
Wow.
happen? So,
That's truly
Yeah.
the universe. Just
yeah. Kate came in and the TV, I left it on the ground. I've just left it there.
Oh
feet.
man, yeah.
She's like, what happened? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. What do you want for supper? I don't care. Do you want to sit outside? Nope. Just went and sat in a dark room. staring
Oh
at the
no.
wall. I might need a wellness check tonight, guys. Keep an eye on me.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
it is the end of an era. Women are sick and tired of wearing high heels. We're not wearing them as much, and some of this data is quite shocking, these numbers. So heels 4 inches or higher used to account for 47% of all shoe sales.
Wow.
Now, in recent years, 17% of all shoe sales are high heels. Isn't that wild? That's a dip, eh?
Never got high heels. Never understood the
Like, what do you
fascination
mean?
with them.
Really?
Yeah, like some guys are like, oh, heels and
Sick, yeah.
yeah, creepy.
It's so sick when guys are like into shoes.
Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, that just sounds painful. It looks painful. Doesn't like
Especially when you know if like a woman doesn't really know how to walk in them too, and you can tell. And I've been there too. By the end of the night, it ain't sexy. You're like
yeah.
clobbering all over.
I want a nice, comfortable pair of Skechers. Is what I like.
Well, this is the trend now. So the sneakers and like the flats, the ballet flats.
Yeah.
But do you have any ideas why? What has caused this dip?
Pain?
Yeah, no kidding.
The pandemic.
Pandemic.
Yeah, so we got used to, slumming it, working from home, scooting around in the slippers and the flip-flops. We didn't wear heels for, if you work from home, you didn't wear heels for however many years straight, and we're not going back. We saw light on the other side and said, wait a second, why are we wearing these stupid heels
Yeah.
for when we could be wearing flats or whatever?
Like everybody started wearing sweatpants.
Athleisure wear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's kind of the same thing. So, you know what else is interesting, too? It says this trend means women's feet are getting flatter because they were so developed to the curve of high heels,
Yeah,
and
I
now our
noticed.
feet, yeah, you notice
It's
it?
the website I look at. Yeah.
Yeah. The structure of our feet adjusted to wearing flatter styles all the time at home. So, flatter feet, too. Evolution. We're not going to have any arch. We're not going to have the arch anymore.
What was the idea of like high heels? Like, was it like it makes the leg look longer?
I think so. I think it makes my calf really pop. Like, it's almost like an automatic, like, flex. Like, it makes your leg, like, flex automatically.
Matt, have you ever looked at a calf and went, calf?
No, once again, any kind of leg or foot or shoe guy is creepy to me.
Yeah.
But it is good news. Okay, because high heels can lead to painful foot conditions such as hammer toes, bunions. I know, I don't even know what a hammer toe is, but I just picture like a hammerhead shark and your little toe looks like that hammerhead shark head. And muscular skeletal injury. And heels that are just 3 inches or more, worn more than twice a week, can shorten your Achilles tendon. Terrible.
Do not Google hammer toes.
Is it? What is it? Tell me.
No, don't Google it.
Hammer toes. What a terrible name for a condition. Oh, I see. It's like.
There is a fine line for these foot fetish guys. Of like, oh, a heel.
You know there's some.
But before she gets hammer toes.
Well, there's some weirdo out there who likes the hammer toe.
Oh, of course. What's your favorite thing? Hammer toes. That's what I'm into. Save yourself a Google. Our CK Mornings Pet of the Week. Miriam's on the line from the Pet and Wildlife Rescue to tell us all about Robbie, who is up for adoption. Miriam, tell us about Robbie.
Robbie is a absolutely beautiful 1.5-year-old retriever mix. I'm going to say yellow lab husky mix is my wild guess. And Robbie is just he's beautiful. He's a very happy boy. We do have a bit of a disclaimer that we feel he may be a little bit of a dominant type of dog where he may need good leadership, somebody who's not just going to be stepped all over. He thrives when he has some direction. So, we may not recommend small children until we know more about him. We can never tell exactly how an animal is in the shelter. We don't have exactly a home environment. So we're just looking for somebody that has a little bit of training experience and is willing to give Robbie a little bit of time to adjust.
Probably not the best dog for like a first-time pet owner. Is that what I'm getting?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
You have to be able to understand dogs. Robbie's done nothing wrong in the shelter. Like, he's been an excellent guest. We just can read the body language, and he feels like he's a little bit tense sometimes. But again, it's not a home environment, so it's always hard to tell.
Yeah, it makes sense.
How did he come to the shelter?
He came to us like so many lately as a stray and was never reclaimed.
Oh, Robbie is available right now. Pet and Wildlife Rescue. You can see Robbie on our website at 943cksy.com. And probably a best bet, you want to come in and meet Robbie or one of the other pets. And how do you set that up, Miriam?
Yeah, it's really super straightforward. We try to limit the number of visits the dogs have, right? You can't just go in and play with all the dogs. Because we found during COVID that when there was not a lot of people coming and, knocking on their kennel doors, there would be a lot more calm. So now the way we do it is you just have to apply for the dog you're interested in. And then if you are a good match for the dog, obviously if we say no small children and you run a daycare, we're not going to set up a meet and greet. But if you're a good fit for the dog, then we'll set up a meet and greet. You can come in, play with the dog. Also, some of the dogs are in foster care, right? So we have to bring them back from foster care. So just be patient with us as we set this up because we just want to ensure the dogs have the best time possible when they're in our care. And then if you love the dog, then you can take him home. If you decide he's not the right fit, that you're absolutely not obligated to adopt the dog, and you can try for another one.
Makes sense. Robbie's available for adoption. See Robbie on our website, 943cksy.com, with our Pet of the Week. Thanks, Miriam.
Thank you so much.
Back to work today. I was off last week. I went back, and I've been a couple times now, up to Gravenhurst, just outside of Gravenhurst, actually in the Bala area.
Okay, never heard of it.
It's called the Muskoka Beer Spa.
Oh, yes.
This is where we went last week. It's basically a brewery that bought a pile of cottages, all like on this one little plot of land. And yeah, it's a spa, but it's like a chill spa. Like they're playing like classic rock music on the speakers. They've got like a little bar set up. You've got a beer tap in your room if you want it. So it's like, yeah, it's
what
like
a concept, yeah.
It's fun. But like they have spa amenities. Like they have massages available.
Nice.
So I got a massage last week.
Okay.
And I was like, why not treat myself? I'm gonna get myself a massage. And I think we talked about this a little bit. Like getting massages. Like it's I love a massage, but there's like moments within a massage that are like stressful.
It is, yeah. Because if you really think about what's happening, it's a kind of strange thing.
They talk to you, like, okay, what would you like to work on? I'm like, well, lower back, some neck pain. Okay, yeah, all right. Well, you can get changed and get under the sheets, and I'll be back in. And then they leave, and then it's a race against time.
Oh, a mad dash. You're like, I hope they don't knock and I'm still getting undressed or whatever.
Trying to get your clothes off as quick as possible.
And under the sheet, because you got to be under that sheet and covered by the time they get back. And there's always something that goes wrong, like your pant leg won't come off or whatever.
Yeah, and you're like, you are gearing down as fast as possible. And then you've got to try to get on that bed.
Ooh, yeah, you have to hoist yourself up.
But you've got to do it like Superman, because now you got to get the sheet around your
and
back.
The sheet is so heavy.
And you're going to like now flop forward. It's just, that stresses me out.
You'd think that there would be some kind of like button you could push that's like, oh, I'm ready now.
Good call. That would be great.
But you know what else is like, I want to seem like I'm zen when they come back in. I want to be under that blanket, completely covered, peaceful, my eyes closing a little bit so they don't know the stress that just endured.
They know. They can feel my clammy skin because I've been sweating trying to...
I also stress out about what to do with my clothes. I'm not going to just lay them on the floor. So then I fold the clothes, and I try to make sure they're nice. I don't want my underwear on top, so I have to hide the underwear.
Hold on. You gear right down?
I think so, yeah.
What do you mean you think so? Like,
I haven't had a massage in like 10 years.
wait, everything comes off?
Like 99%,
Well,
I think.
they say, like she said, hey, whatever you're comfortable with.
Really?
But down to your boxers is probably the easiest. Elena's just like folding everything. Wow. Matt, you had a massage issue once, didn't you? What was your story?
issue?
I remember this story you shared.
No issue here. No
What
issue.
happened?
What was it?
I've only had a massage one time.
Yeah.
And so like I wasn't aware of the you go under the sheets rule when they come in the room. So they're like, get down to your underwear or whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah, like you said. And I was like, okay, sure. So like I, when they left the room, and then I went down to my boxer shorts, and I just laid on the table, and I was like waiting. And then they come back in. They're like, oh, you're supposed to be under the sheet.
That is the worst thing ever.
I was like, I
couldn't
was
even enjoy the massage.
I
after
was
that.
not aware of what the etiquette was of this.
I had it happen with my massage back home about 2-3 weeks ago, where he said, all right, I'll be back in. And I went to get under the sheet, but I got under the... I didn't get in between... It was like putting the meat in the outside of a sandwich. I wasn't in the proper position. So when they came back in, they're like, oh. And you could tell it was just not going to work. He's like, okay, you're going to have to move. So they started to stand up. No, don't stand up. And then they have to run back out of the room. So then I got to reposition myself. That's the stressfulest part of a massage.
Well, there's like no instructions. Like I said, it was the first time I did it, and it was like, I don't know. Like it didn't seem very clear.
Yeah.
He's just... You're wearing boxers though, right?
I was, yes.
Oh, good. I see.
I'm not pulling an Atlanta here.
I didn't.
From now on, it'll be called pulling an Atlanta. just full out gearing down. And you're folding your stuff.
What do you do with your clothes when you take
That's
them
a
off
good
at a
question,
massage?
though.
Chuck it across the
No,
room.
you don't. I don't want them to think I'm a slob. I don't want them to come in and there's clothes on the floor. I have to fold them.
They are going to see parts of me, and they're going to know this guy's a slob. Like they already know. They already know.
No, I fold them.
Skin is clammy. Were you on a run this morning? No, I just hustled to get underneath this
Stressful.
stupid blanket here. And then you fall asleep. You ever snore in a massage?
Oh, no, that's my worst fear is falling asleep as I'd snore or like fart.
Oh, man, what a comfortable experience, eh?
Well, after disappearing for a week in Paris, look who's back, our official Olympic reporter. Chris, where the heck have you been?
Bonjour, mes amis. Bonjour.
Bonjour, welcome back.
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hi, guys. It's Chris McLeod, Olympic reporter. Oh, is my face red? I ran out of minutes on my phone plan. So I've just been over here in Paris for about a week. But, man, I have been busy. Did you miss me, guys?
We did. I thought you got into too much of that French wine over there. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, no. This is a working trip. Matt, how are you? I have not spoken to you in many months.
Bon, c'est bon.
Ooh.
Bon fêtes to you, too.
No, happy birthday.
Okay. Well, hey, guys, the Paris Olympics, the 2024 Summer Olympics, has come to an end, and my time here in Paris is wrapping up. You know what we could do, guys? I'm going to be here for about another 45 minutes, and then I've got to get back home because we got to be back on the air tomorrow morning. But, hey, if you have any questions about the Paris Olympics from my eyes, you know, Chris McLeod, Olympic reporter, you can text us at 519-354-8684. But how about Canada? I think we did pretty well at these Olympics. What do you guys think?
Better than they thought they were going to do, right?
Matt, what did you think?
Yes, they did quite well. Yeah, I was really impressed, actually. And then picking up some golds in some new events and just like all kinds
The
of...
hammer throw, too.
Yeah,
It's
no
remarkable.
kidding, yeah.
Yeah, what's his name? Ethan Katzberg? Oh, man, that
the
guy
star.
can drink. Oh, he can
He
drink.
looks like a guy who would go to a dive bar and like have a few beers.
He's got that Burton Cummings look-alike mustache.
Yeah.
So him and Summer McIntosh, the 17-year-old who does not drink, they were the flag bearers for the closing ceremonies last night, but they both already left. We had kissed them goodbye, au revoir, we said, and they came back. So Summer was at her cottage in Muskoka, and Ethan went to some place in Slovakia, and then we called them as Canada, and we said, hey, come back, you got to carry this flag, and they're like, okay, yep. And back they come. So they were here last night for the closing ceremonies. What a time. But I wanted to mention Phil Wizard, the first breaking Olympic gold. Breakdancing, Phil Wizard, a.k.a. Philip Kim, won the first ever men's breaking gold medal.
Yeah, I feel like the breakdancing didn't really take off like they
Well,
were
it's not,
expecting.
it's not back for Los Angeles 2028.
What about, did you meet the Australian breakdancer? What's her name? Raygun?
Oui, madame.
Now,
Did
Raygun can drink. That I know.
Did I? Yes, indeed. Yes, Rachel Raygun Gunn. She went viral for her performance, earned her 0 points, which in my eyes, man, I was so proud of her for going out there and doing it. She's 36 years old.
Yeah.
What do you
Not
guys
easy.
think? 36 years old, she got 0 points, but man, she got all my love. I love that. I thought she did great.
What about the Turkish guy who was making the rounds with that shooting competition? Did you get a chance to meet him as well?
Oh, I did. He shot me a glare. I gave him the finger guns because I thought,
Yeah.
Oh, makes
that.
sense.
That'd be the connection. No, he shook his head at me. He wants nothing to do with me. Nothing. Nothing to do with me. Man, there were some moments here in France. If you got any questions, since, not often that you get to speak to somebody who was right at the Olympics, you can text us. 519-354-8684. I got a couple other things we can talk about. We're going to do that here in a couple minutes, okay?
Okay, sounds
You good with that?
We're
This
good.
is Chris McLeod, Olympic reporter.
Our official Olympic reporter getting ready to wrap up his time in Paris. Chris, how are you feeling? We're excited to have you back soon.
Oh, mes amis. I am so sad to see Paris go. It has been the trip of a lifetime. Once again, guys, I'm Chris McLeod, Olympic reporter, live from Paris. It is done, the 2024 Summer Games. The cauldron, the light, the fire has been put out, guys. It is the end. It's
Yeah,
very
of an
upsetting.
era, yeah.
It truly is. It truly is. You guys excited to have me back?
So excited. We
Can't
missed you, yeah.
Can't wait for you to get back here, yeah.
I've got a pocket full of baguettes for both of you.
Oh, yeah, I
nice.
hope you brought us back some souvenirs. I didn't even think
sure
about that.
did. I sure did. So we asked for texts as we wrap up our time here in Paris, France. Any texts, any questions from the listeners who wanted to know from somebody like myself who had been working at the Olympics? Any questions from behind the scenes? Did you guys have anything?
They're rolling in, Chris. So Bill texted in. He wants to know if the Seine River was really that bad and that disgusting.
The Seine?
Seine? I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's why they sent you.
Oh, mes amis. No, it was that bad. It was very bad. Paris, wonderful place. You're sitting on the patios enjoying a glass of wine, and it smells like E. coli. Very disappointing. Did you see the guy who got out of the swim and
puked?
Yeah.
So yes. There were fish jumping out of the water. They did not want to be there. This will be known as the E. coli Olympics. But outside of that, a wonderful place and a beautiful time here at the 2024 Summer Olympics. Anything else from our inquiring minds?
Well, I want to know. I feel like we didn't hear really much about the Olympic Village. Is it really as scandalous as they say it is? Is that where you were when you disappeared the past week?
No. people like me, reporters, are not allowed into the Olympic Village, but my friend Alicia Newman, heard of her? Pole vaulter,
Oh, yeah.
bronze medalist.
I haven't.
Yeah, okay. Well, she's a fine, outstanding Canadian who brought home a bronze medal in the pole vault. She invited me in for a little look around. Voulez-vous? Yes, it was all you expected it to be. Unlimited treats, unlimited snacks available to the athletes. And those beds, they made a big deal about.
I was going to ask about the beds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing at all. They're already flat packed and ready to go back to the factory. But man, the Olympic Village is everything as expected.
Really quickly, we got an anonymous texter that's asking if you can just stay in France and never come back. Did you hear that one, Chris?
No, I did not.
Répétez, s'il vous plaît.
Who was that for the boss?
Anonymous. I can't reveal my sources. You know how it is.
All right. Well, guys, I will return to my home of Chatham, Kent, full of an experience that I can only hope that you get to experience one day. Guys, one last time, this is Chris McLeod, Olympic reporter.
Alana, while you were out of the studio, Matt and I had a conversation, though we're going to talk about it 8:20, this point right here in the show.
Okay.
And we thought we haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
Another round of on-the-spot sports.
Oh, no. Okay.
With Alana. Where you give us the latest sports news without any preparation.
Okay.
I thought, though, we would give you a little bit of a softball and start with what the Barnstormers did this weekend.
Okay. Oh, so I just go?
We got to introduce yourself. You're
My
a
name
sports
is
reporter.
Alana Wills, and this is On the Spot Sports with Alana Wills. The Barnstormers, it was their last weekend at home for the regular season. Asterisk regular season. They still have playoffs. They lost to Welland on Saturday night, but then they came back
What
on...
was the score, though?
Ooh, like 9-1 or something, if I had to venture a guess. Well, do you know? 9-1? It was 9-1?
I was there, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize it was you until afterwards. Anyways, moving along. And then Sunday, their official last home game of the regular season. It was a doozy. It went 12 innings, 4 hours. I wanted to scream by the end of it, but it was a great game. But by the end, it was like nail biting. And then finally something happened. I don't even know what a walk-off was, but it was a walkout, which meant they ended up winning after 12 innings. And let me tell you, when they officially won, to see them all run out into the field and go, yeah, I almost cried. It was beautiful.
Wow.
So it
It's
was
called
exciting.
a walk-off, not a walkout. You don't want your team to walk out.
Yes, so it was all very exciting, as you can imagine. It was like, and I was like, they better win after going that long in the game, and not to win, that would suck. But they won, and it was amazing, and everyone was happy. And now they got a few more away games and then playoffs.
Wow. That's a solid on-the-spot
Yeah,
sports. You did a
it
very
is.
good job. What was the score yesterday, though?
Oh, 5-4? Or 5-4, 5-6, or 5-4? They won by one more point. It was
6-5.
6-5.
There you go. Good job on the spot sports today.
This has been Alana Wills with On the Spot Sports.
Nice.
Good job.
Nice job. Nice job. All this week, chance to win a 4-pack of passes to the African Lion Safari at the African Lion Safari. It's not in Africa. It's
Spoiler alert.
where I was going with that, but that's not where you're going. We're going to have Renee play this morning. Good morning, Renee. How are you?
Good.
Very good. Where are you, Renee?
I'm actually heading back to Windsor with my granddaughter.
Oh, nice. Back to Windsor. So you were in town for the weekend, or?
No, I'm from Chatham.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, just a sleepover.
I gotcha. So we're going to play a game today. It's called 3 Songs, 30 Seconds. We have prepared 3 songs. We are going to put 30 seconds on the clock. You have 30 seconds to name all 3 songs, either the name of the song or the artist. One or the other, and that's a point for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you're prepared for this? So you have some help in the vehicle then?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to play the first song for you. Alana's going to get ready to start the timer.
Ready.
You've got 30 seconds to name all 3 songs. This is your first song. When you know it, yell it out. Here's your first song.
Anything.
Come and move that in my direction. So thankful for that. It's such a blessing, yeah.
Hold on.
Turn every
Renee, are you still there?
I am.
Oh, you don't know what this is?
situation into heaven.
Oi.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to Matt as a lifeline?
Justin Bieber?
Hey! Okay,
There you go.
good. Okay, there's 1 point.
Well, we burned a lot of time there. I'm not going to lie. That took 17 seconds.
Okay, you've got 13 seconds to get the next 2. Okay, here's the next one.
Miley Cyrus.
There you go.
Cyrus.
Okay.
Yeah. How much time is left, Alana?
All right, we've got 8 seconds left.
8 seconds for this last one, okay? I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too. It's stressful.
Renee, you ready for the last one? 8 seconds to name this song here. We'll send you the African Lions Fire. Here we go.
5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Rod Stewart.
Oh!
We're gonna give
Photo finish.
Wow.
Time.
Gee. Wow. I think that was 3 songs, 31.5 seconds.
I think we're a little off there, but that's okay.
We don't have Olympic timing here. Man, Renee, you got it. Congratulations.
Close one, Renee.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Who's helping you in the car today?
My granddaughter Violet.
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 Hi.
Hi,
Good job.
Violet, did you help us out with one of those?
Yes.
Did you?
Justin Bieber, did you get that one?
Yes.
Good job, Violet.
That's nice. Renee, earmuffs on Violet for a minute. Are you taking her to the African Lions Safari or?
I sure am.
Okay. Congratulations, Renee. We got those tickets. And Violet, too, you're off to the African Lions Safari. We'll give you a chance again tomorrow morning to win with CK Morning.
Listen online every weekday morning at 943CKSY.com. Weekends on in case you missed it, or tune into the podcast weekdays. Subscribe, rate, review, and tell your friends all about the CK Mornings in case you missed it podcast.